Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. You join us on the Cardiff City Network. We are in the Class 150, which allegedly has new sounds on it. Now I've actually just sort of plugged my headphones in, so I've not heard it whilst I've been setting up. So let's get in. It should sound like the Great Western 150 from Riviera line, which it does. There we go, that sounds... Yep, that's the same sounds now as the GWR 150. Right, we're all sort of set up and ready. We're due out in about 30 seconds. Looks like we're going to be calling at Danes Court, Fairwater, Ninian Park, Ninian Park, Cardiff Central, Queen Street, Cathays, Clandaff, and well, back here at Radda in about 35 minutes time. So it's one of the loop services, sort of into Cardiff and then sort of out of Cardiff again. So let's get the doors shut. Yeah, they are different sounds. Right, so in terms of the sounds for the Cardiff one weren't really that bad. Well, they were an improvement over the West Cornwall local one already, but I suppose even better now. Yeah, that's new. New audio to that. Why are we not going? We got a fault or something on the train. Oh, okay, well let's try that again. Oh, the brakes are stuck on apparently. Why are the brakes stuck on? This is not a good start. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just sort of do a quick reset. Ah, okay, well that was weird. Now let's try and go now. The guard will be wondering what we were doing. And we're also full coaches as well, which does mean we have short platforms, which I don't think we should have because these trains don't have SDO. Yeah, so you can tell it. Well, it's got the Riviera line 150 sounds now. So yeah, an improvement over the original ones for this one. Nice. Nice bit of flange on there as well. Let's do a little brake test. There we go. So an even better opportunity to now get the Cardiff City route. This route is one of the best UK DLCs of TSW5. Or at least I particularly enjoy this route. Very sort of commuter style. I've got a 55 mph limit coming up. Once the back of the train passes the board. Let me quickly get the patch notes up because there's loads. I mean, it was quite a fairly large update. Whilst also keeping half an eye out on the track ahead. So for the 150, let's have a look. Yeah, Cardiff City commuter. So added. This is for the route itself. So added missing stations to the Cardiff network directory for the TFW Class 142 timetable, which actually isn't out yet. Adjusted track roughness to better align with other routes. Fixed an issue causing incorrect shadows on sheds. And this is the 150 audio improvements. So updated volume. So it is now changes based on occlusion and camera proximity. Updated AWS and DSD alarms with new volume levels. Updated alarm behaviour, so it now varies based on reverser position and driver seat status. Quite a few updated brake squeal sounds for the AI Class 150. Fix an issue causing vigilance, warning not to trigger correctly when stationary. We're coming up to the first stop, I believe. Fix an issue causing engine RPM to brake when moving off at slower speeds. Fixed an issue causing incorrect loop sounds to trigger whilst using the TPWS and AWS isolation switch. Fixing it, there's loads. Pretty much, yeah, the audio's being completely revamped for it, in short, in simple. So internal engine startup and shutdown sounds. A little bit quick into here. Right, this is Danes Court. We'll keep going through the list as it's pretty big for the 150, or at least the TFW 150. Well, this is Danes Court. Let's see. Added pitch modulation and notch specific loops. Internal engine sounds now loop continuously while driving. Running sounds now vary by speed. Updated external engine startup, idle and shutdown sounds. Adjusted internal and external running sound volumes. And then this is with the brake and joint audio. So added new external joint sounds for junction traversal. Added occlusion and EQ filtering for joint sounds with windows open and closed. Implemented new brake rub, brake block and brake squeal sounds, which we've heard already. Brake sounds now vary by view. Joint sounds now loop and vary by speed. There's new horn and buzzer audio. You've got new passenger door sounds, driver door, guard panel. But basically, yeah, all of everything has just been changed audio-wise to match the Riviera Line 150. A bit of a hill start out of here. A lot's been changed for the 150. Oh, you still have the cab light on by default. Let's get that. We don't need that on. Try and drive it as you meant to. You're meant to go 357 on the throttle on these trains. Don't just go straight into power 7. This should probably upset the engine a bit. Cool. All the stations are quite close to one another on here, which is sort of what I like about the route, sort of a diesel commuter route. Pretty cool. So it won't be too far up to the next stop. Just going to turn down the audio a tiny bit. Here's the next stop just around the corner here. This is Fairwater, this one I think. Yes, the brakes are a lot noisier, like the Riviera Line 150. You can very much hear the rub of them. Here we are. Let's hear it from the outside. The 153 is still the same. That's just we don't. Well, yeah, the 153 hasn't been changed. I suppose that should sort of sound already pretty decent. Cool. That's quite noisy. So now it's just waiting for the West Cornwall local 150 to be updated. Like if that gets updated, that would be great. It will make West Cornwall local a bit more fun. And if they can go back and update this one, surely they can go back and update the West Cornwall local version. I don't know how, but I assume they'd be fairly similar. And for anyone who doesn't know, West Cornwall local is the Penzance to St Austell route, a really boring route. Not really that exciting, which has the Class 150 on it, which, well, as opposed to this one and the other one, aren't really that good. It's not that good. That was one of sort of the key negative points of West Cornwall local, was the 150 not being that great. Personally, I'd love to see West Cornwall local is currently set in 1991, so it's a bit boring on that route. So it'd be great to see a modernised version with the 802, the 150, the 166, That'd be a really good update for that route. And with the new lighting and clouds. Again, here's the next station already. Although once we get round to the other side of the loop, they're slightly further apart, the stations. Sort of Cathays, Clandaff, rather. Let's open the window as well. Here we are. Apparently it's 793 yards. Load passengers. This is Ninian Park. Yeah. Actually fit in the platform here. Let's try and get a nice photo along here, sort of whilst the sun is at a good point. And we got Ninian Park next, which is a bit of a gap actually to Ninian Park. You can get a bit of speed on us. One thing you still don't get is the guard buzzing you. Like, you hear the guard buzz well, when I'm doing it, I do it. So I do 2 from the guard to the driver, and then 2 from driver back to the guard. That's just me doing that. The game still doesn't do that for the 150. Which would be nice, because it's very sort of inconsistent. Like the Skyhook Games 158, you get the buzz. The Rivet Games 170, you get the buzz. But for the Dovetail, well, for this, which actually I think is by Rivet, you don't get the buzz. Which hopefully they can sort of add at some point. Let's get a bit of rotation on it, just because that makes it look nicer. Field of view, we'll whack that in a bit more as well. Here we go, and we get a high up one as well. The lovely fumes coming out. Oh, there we go. And if we get another train coming along, we'll get a shot with that as well. So up to 55. And we'll go over the South Wales main line shortly as well. Somewhere around here we go over that. Is it there? Yep, there it is there. So that's the line to Bridgend and Swansea, which we join up to, pretty much. And Ninian Park is sort of at the end of this straight. And we are on the PlayStation for this. I would eventually go on the Xbox again. It is on my to-do list. Still need to try out Birmingham Crew on there. This is Ninian Park. You got another train just there, so we might try and get a photo of that. I think we're going to be right. Yeah, we're going to be sort of a big shadow. Yeah, you got the shadows. We won't. So 4 coaches. There should be what, most of the way down the platform. Probably down towards the end as 4 coaches. Oh no, wow, we're actually not that far down. And feather the brakes. Here we are, 3 to 4 car stop. This is Ninian Park. Got the junction indicator here, as if we didn't, we'd be going down to is it Grangetown, and sort of down to Penarth or Cogan, which I don't think any services or from this sort of side of the branch, I don't think any of them go down there. And get the door shut. Cardiff Central next. There's a 153 in there. Get that back out, get that shut again. Getting cold in here. But thanks all for coming in, and yeah, thanks for joining us for a bit of Cardiff City as we check, or Cardiff City Network, as we check out the updated 150, which is nice to have on here. It's 20 miles an hour, yeah, 20. Saw the 15 there. I was like, surely not 15, but that's going into the depot. What is this depot called again? Not Newton Heath, is it? Newton Heath Depot? Potentially. Anyway, round we go. All the different trains in there. You've got some containers in there as well. Sort of randomly in the depot with a shed. You've got a mega long 150 consist there. How many coaches is that? 2, 4, 8 coach 150. You got a castle set in there, HST, or sort of a castle set. That'd be a pretty cool DLC though, to get a proper castle set HST. The ones with the power sliding doors. So we're going to be coming right across. So we might have to slow down again, or do we? There's the Millennium Stadium, or Cardiff City Stadium, I think it's known as. It's quite fun doing a 4 coach on here, as most of the services are either 1 or 2. As the 153s are just 1 coach. Right, across we go. We'll come down to 15 shortly. That's sort of the speeding. I think all of the platforms at Cardiff Central. See our 15 coming up. Single yellow as well. There we go. Now we wait. This is the easy bit. Well, are we cleared into the platform? There's another signal set coming up, so potentially not. Let's see where it takes us. Said we were going on to the up. Yeah, that is our signal there, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll have to... Oh, there you go, it's changed now. So you following something then? So it's just left. Yeah, quite a cool service this one. You sort of, you finish where you start. It's just a loop service. And then with the new Just Trains Pacer timetable, which is going to be coming out at some point, I think the Corriton services, there's a branch line on this route, a single track branch line. They go from Corriton all the way around to Radda. It's like a big U shape, or even just a big circle, almost. I think there's an S-car stop marker here. Bit of horn action. Be careful stopping here, as there's no stop markers on this side. That'll be it there. Here, this is Cardiff Central. Bang on the marker. And we've got a couple of minutes here. So you get a little bit of leeway here. Almost, well, actually, we'll say we're over halfway now. Oh, is that Depot Newton Heath? Oh no, Canton Depot. No, that's Newton Heath. Don't know, but yeah, that's Canton Depot. Where's Newton Heath Depot? Is that on the game? Where's that? Newton Heath? Or is that on Manchester Airport Commuter? Maybe. So you got it in Welsh and English. Very tricky language, Welsh, isn't it, to understand? There's lots of it's very hard language. Can anyone speak Welsh? Like Ford Allen, way out. That's probably not how you pronounce it. Hedowich yeah, that. Please do not shut the doors. Very good if you do know Welsh, though. That's quite sort of sought after. Right, let's get the doors shut. Yeah, very tricky though. Right, let's go. I suppose between Welsh and English there's literally no similarities language-wise. As opposed to, say, the English language, French, Spanish, Italian, they're all sort of, you know, if you know English, they're sort of the easy ones to learn. They're sort of all similar-ish. Right, out of Cardiff Central we go. So it's Cardiff Queen Street next. We sort of go up and over the main line first. Would have been quite cool to see some 802s added in this update. When is the timetable set? 2022, yeah, so you would see cucumbers. So it'd be quite cool to see at some point on here. So I don't think you just see HSTs. Which, yeah, that's one of the things missing now, is seeing 802s. Wonder when they'll be added. There's another 4 coach. And good thing about this route is there's no blurring. No blurry textures on here. You are safe from blurry textures on PS5. So if you want a busy-ish route with no blurry textures, this one is for you. And you get the Cardiff Bay branch join up. That was a 25. And then we can either come into, is it platform 4 or 5? If it's platform 5, it's 15. If it's platform 4, it's just about normal speed, like 20 or 25. Right, let's speed that up. It's up to 25. Platform 4, so yeah, we can come in sort of at 25, I think, into 4. But if you get 5 on there, you've got to come down to 15. Sort of the newer platform at the far on sort of the left side. Which is it's a bit slower. Here we are. You don't go that far down here either. Yeah, it's not even at the end of the canopy, it's sort of only 2/3 of the way down. And then we then go on to the city line, which is sort of the fast line right through the middle. That'll do. Yeah, bang on. Yeah, if we look at the map of the route, yeah, look at that. It's just brilliant. Sort of, it's not just A to B. You've got Penarth down here, So you've got 3 different branch lines on it. You've got the Penarth branch, the Cardiff Bay branch, and the Corriton branch. And then you've then got the line down to Cogan, literally just to there. Sort of this line here, and then you've got the City line right in the middle, and then sort of the main line up to Heath High level. So lots going for this route. Lots of different journeys you can do. And it's quite cool. The train which is sat there at the moment, that's on quite a cool. They're quite cool unit diagrams for that. As the train will come down from, it comes down from somewhere, comes down from Rudder to Cardiff Bay, and then you can then take it back to Cardiff Queen Street in that platform just there, that's sort of the M1, back to Cardiff Bay, then back up to Rudder. So you sort of bring it down, do a shuttle, and then back up. That should be Cathays next, so we'll be going off to the left in a second. Still 25. So we make our way out. So this is sort of the university area. Round we go. What does everyone think of the 150 on here? I mean, it was already sort of alright, but obviously, yeah, now it's been updated to match that of the Riviera line 150, which is, well, the best one we've got so far. Cathays isn't too much further along. Up to 70, so one of the faster parts of the route. And you see Cathays station right there. So we'll get up to probably about 35, and then, or even just 30, and then just coast it. In fact, yeah, probably just the 30 actually, and we'll just coast it from there. And take the power off and just coast. Pretty certain all of the services on this route are stoppers. You don't get any sort of semi-fast or fast ones. They all just, it's just stop, start, stop. Yeah, you stop at every place. Another 4 coach. Wow, load of them at this time. Yeah, that'll do. This is Cathays. And after this we then get the nice fast bit to Clandaff, which is probably one of the easiest stations to overshoot on this route if you're going in the direction we're going, because you get straight up to about 70 or 60 and you've got to slow down straight away. So it's sort of one of the easier places to actually miss. Well, I think if we talk about the game in general, the hardest places to stop at, off the top of my head, would be Slough, if you're in the HST on Great Western Express, and Penkridge on Birmingham to Crewe. They're probably sort of the ones I can think of off the top of my head, sort of one of the hardest sort of UK stations to stop at. Because with going through Slough, you're going at 125 miles an hour, and Penkridge is similar. So you sort of got to slow down way in advance. Right, full whack. Let's get a flyby shot. I've got my TSW 2 shirt on today. On the back it says TSW 2 Rush Hour. Oh, that's a bit weird because on the front it says Be in Control. But it's a bit weird sort of going around, like walking outside and just seeing that on the front, like Be in Control, like of what? speed up. Let's get back to the Riviera line. Not played the Riviera line in about 2 weeks. Probably actually more than that. Trouble is, there's just so much now for Train Sim World. It's so, you know, once we, like Riviera line, we sort of covered most of the things you could do on it, and then you got something new come out, cover that, and then there'll be something new out, cover that, and then we just don't really have much time to go back. There's so many other things to go back to. I think just next week we're getting Cargo Line Volume 5 already, and then probably quite soon after that will be one of the Just Trains DLCs, and probably quite soon after that the German route. Lots coming out. Right, I think it comes down to 60 up here. There's a double 153. Quite sad on this route you don't get 150s and 153s joined up together. Not in this timetable. And the track will sort of go around to the right, I think, and then it's Clandaff. And from Clandaff it's essentially a short hop to Rada. Which I hope we don't shoot fast. I wonder if in real life, because this is quite a long stretch from Rada up to Clandaff, I wonder if there's going to be a new station built. Well, I mean, does someone know, is there a new station being built on this section? So I think in real life they're completely changing this sort of metro, the Cardiff Metro. It's going to be like tram-like trains running on it. It's very sort of weird. Yes, there's a long old stretch without a station. Yes, you come into this station pretty quickly. But we are coming in a bit quick. Almost caught me out. And here we are, this is Clandaff. The penultimate stop. Been a nice run though, so thanks all for watching. Thanks for coming in. Nice. Yeah, Rada at 10:41. So we're on time still, which is good. The timetable is actually quite sort of easy to stick to on this route. Unlike Birmingham Crew, the timetable's blooming tight on that one. Right, let's get the door shut on the stopper services. Right, let's do that. The only thing which doesn't really work on this is the, I think that's the DAS, which is the Driver Advisory System, which is mostly used in Scotland and I suppose in Wales. Although it is in England now. I think the Flirts, the 745s and the 755s have it. It basically tells you what the speed limit is and sort of how far away you are from the next station. That'll sort of be on that screen there. And it is literally round the corner to Rada. And that's the loop complete. What platform we're going to be coming in on? I think we sort of have to come across. coast it. Single yellow. There's another train coming into Radda there, or coming out of Radda. 50 apparently, well, to begin with. We're going straight in. So we shouldn't have to 12, shouldn't have to come down to 20. Oh, that's for the other line anyway. Yeah, it should be straight in for us. And we are. Journey's end. Freight to 4 car stop. A little bit further down. Come on. Yeah, it's on the opposite side, so it's a bit harder to see. Yeah, that'll do. Well, that is it, everybody, for a run on the Cardiff City Network with the updated Class 150, which sort of puts it more in line. Well, basically the same as the Great Western Railway 150 from Riviera Line, sound-wise. Links can be found in all of the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for UK departure boards, as well as you'll find links for all of the TrainSim websites, as well as the TrainSim X controller. You'll also find a link for that as well. See you all and take care. Bye guys.